I'm happy you're here. I'm also happy I'm awake. It's 5:12 at the moment. My friend Bradwin is going to be here in 45 minutes to pick me up and take me to a half marathon that I've barely trained for. And I'm getting over all sorts of ailments, and one of them being like my eye, which I've like rubbed to oblivion. Oh, and it's raining today. It's gonna rain all morning. We're gonna do this thing. I don't know if we're gonna lean too hard into the toxic positivity, but we're gonna grin and bear it. I'm gonna try to take care of my eye real quick and find some clothes to wear. And we're definitely wearing a hat today. So I guess I should have pushed through that rainy long run, because it looks like that was gonna be the best training day I was gonna have. Trust me when I say, if I wasn't so stubborn, I probably just wouldn't go do this. But I am, so here we are. I put something on this because it's so dry and irritated. I think it's just for me like rubbing it too hard. My eyes are, of course, worse than yesterday, because if you remember, rainstorms make my sinus symptoms way worse. So that's what we got going on. Here's the running outfit. I've opted for an Under Armour just to try to keep some of the rain off of my watch. It ends up being, I think, kind of futile. We're gonna try anyway, and then we're doing shorts. I didn't want to change too many things about what I would normally wear on a run because it's been so hot and dry. I haven't had to wear anything like an Under Armour. So this one is very thin, but not very rain repellent. I don't know if this is worth it. At least then I'll keep like the raindrops off me. This time I will remember to bring a hat. I will have a hat with me to run with, but I need to make a coffee and make a sandwich for the ride down because I am not hungry yet. I honestly have not been eating immediately when I wake up in the morning, so I think I'm gonna make a peanut butter sandwich for the ride or for when we get there, or whenever I feel like eating it, and maybe I'll grab an apple as well and kind of just call that good. It's a bad choice, but I have like little energy gels for the run and for after. If I didn't feel so miserable, like all right here, I feel like I would be a little bit more peppy. Like I'm not overly tired or anything, just like I'm miserable right here. Head, sinus, eyes, especially nose, dripping. Perfect. The things I'm packing for this race is getting a little out of hand. This is my little to-go bag at the moment, and then I've also got a sweatshirt. I'm gonna wear my Tevas to the race. My sneakers are in here. I don't even know if this is gonna fit in here. And then also my purse and a coffee, and I wanted to do race day hair, like inspired by how the girls do their hair for softball. I just like a lot of braids or bubbles, and I was gonna try to test out doing different hairstyles. Not that it would make much difference to actual run day, but obviously I'm gonna be wearing a hat. Why are you so blown out? There we go, that's better. But obviously I'm gonna be wearing a hat, so it doesn't matter. It's gonna be low, slicked back pony. So you can just throw this on, keep the rain out of my eyes. Essential, in my opinion, for a wet race. I'm gonna see if my rain jacket fits me. I don't think I'm gonna be able to wear it while I run. I've never tried it before, and I don't really want to start now. And also I got it when I was a smaller lady, so I don't know if I can like even zip it. Oh, it always gets it's just tight in the shoulders. So I don't think I'm gonna wear it during a race. It's just too tight, but it's not as uncomfortable as it was. Obviously I've had 2 kids, so my clothes have gone through phases of fitting and not fitting. A lot of my pre-kid stuff is like on the cusp of fitting now, just how it's gone. Too tight right here. And I'm gonna have my running pack on, so. All right, let's drink some freaking coffee and make a sandwich. Oh, my eyes, I wanna claw them out. Do I need a race duffel bag? Look at this, it's falling out of here. It's my lunchbox. with my snacks in it, which I should have made some hard-boiled eggs. That would have been nice. Again, it's an hour drive to the race. Just want to be clear about that. If this was like close by 10K, I would not bother with all of this because I'd be so close to home. That's why I'm bringing so much stuff to this half marathon, because it is an hour away and I just want to have like a change of clothes where if I was racing nearby and at home, I would not bother with. But after the race, I don't want to sit for an hour in sweaty, soaking wet clothes. So I brought a change of clothes. Water bottle for the car, coffee for the car, the coffee for this morning. Don't forget, respectfulness. And then my purse. I need a rolly suitcase for this. Well, let's just say, it sure is wet out there. And I am cold. I'm cold already. My feet are wet. Obviously, I wore my Tevas to check in, but my feet are going to get wet. This is the shirt this year. Big change from the green from last year, and it's like a waffly material, which is interesting, which I guess Bradwin's was a waffly material last year. Mine was not. So that's fun. Nice bright running color. I am not going to wear this jacket on the run. It's very tempting. It is cold out there and my head already feels squeezed. I didn't even think that I can change into this shirt after the race. I think I'm gonna do that. This would be so cute. Maybe Bradwin and I can match. I had like such a terrible feeling and thought, I was like, oh my gosh, what if I forgot my socks? That would be awful. On a wet run, no socks. We're good. I'm feeling okay. I've taken allergy medicine. I've put eye drops in the more irritated eye. I should have brought a towel. Now my feet are all wet from walking in puddles. I don't want to shove them into my shoes just yet. Hurts. I haven't stopped yet. I need to give myself permission to stop if I want to though. But I haven't yet. We're home. I don't have my medal to show you, and I use the word medal loosely because this race gives out like wooden medals. I left it in the car, so I can't show it to you, but it looks the same as last year's. But we had ordered food to get here for when we got here. It did not arrive. It said it arrived. It said it was picked up and then immediately delivered. So some shady character probably signed up to DoorDash and then stole our meal. We gotta wait like another however long it is to get food. But we had ordered Gouda Boys, getting like poutine and french fries and mac and cheese and wings, and I'm just so excited to like mow down. I'm so tired, as you can imagine. And there wasn't a lot of fanfare for the end of the race just because it was still raining, and I was like, I would like to be dry now. So I'm wearing the race shirt, I'm wearing sweatpants. We're gonna be comfy. I'm gonna find a sweatshirt, I think. But Brandon and Alexa did come to ours to eat some food that never arrived. So I'm gonna go hang out with them, drink some water, and maybe like an electrolyte drink or something. And then we'll go over the race later. We did end up getting the food all sorted. Ignore the giant bag of garbage, sorry. It's like falling apart around here. We got everything sorted, ate, showered, chilled. Hi, babe. We watched Pirates of the Caribbean, and yeah, it's just been like so exhausted. I ended up having children's Pedialyte to do the electrolyte because we didn't really have any other electrolyte drink. Oh, thank you. I'll finish this right up. Thank you so much for getting that for me so I could finish it. But it's just Pop and I right now. Poppy and I are playing right now, and I'm about to make myself some more coffee and just chill out. I will say my knees are killing me. My knees hurt so badly, and that's on not training your body up before you go out. So there is that. Hopefully we can find a little pocket of time to actually talk about the race today at some point. Thank you for bringing my baby for me. My mom, I think, is meant to be coming this afternoon, so hopefully we can get a little free time. We can talk about the race and just go over it a bit more. But oh, thanks, babe. Also, the allerginess still there, still clinging. Actually, speaking of that, I should go take an allergy pill. I have not done that yet today. Maybe that will help whatever's going on. My eyes do not feel as terrible this morning as they did yesterday, which is also a plus. My body's probably just working super overtime right now to fix everything that is affecting it at this moment. I finally have like a little minute. Please ignore my eyes as always. I just put drops in both of them after I just like rubbed them way too hard. It's fine. Race day. I ended up completing the half marathon in 2 hours, 39 minutes, which is about 2 minutes faster than last year, which is crazy when I have barely had any training sessions over the last month and a half. From the 7th of August until the 7th of September when my race was, I ran a total of 7 times. And I'm not even sure how much mileage I did before my actual race. My longest run for this training bit, which I go off like a 12-week training course, which is again an infographic I found off of Google a couple years ago. My longest run for this entire thing was 10 miles, and that was on the 3rd of August. The longest run that I had done during this training session was not even within a month of the actual race. About 2 weeks of no running and only having run out like 17-ish, maybe 17 and a half miles the month before the race. I met one goal of beating my time from last year, but I did end up walking, but I did not walk until around mile 11, like 11.33 I think is what I had seen on my watch when I was like, I can't, like I physically cannot run anymore. My hips felt like they were going to fall off. Like I thought my legs were just gonna come apart at the hinge. So I did walk, I think 3 times, but overall ended up coming in 2 minutes faster than my race from last year. Now, I am not a fast runner. Like I've said this, we know this, but I seem to dip in time. Like my steady, still slow-ish time, which is around like 11 minutes, 15 seconds a mile, I think is like on the faster, more consistent pace. I can only keep that up for about 6 miles. And then I like lost an entire minute from mile 6 to mile 7. So I think like a 10K is like my perfect distance if I were to just maintain running. If I could keep, I mean there is no momentum, let's be honest, like I did like 0 training, but if I were to keep running after this, which I would like to keep some kind of movement in my daily activities, I think that a 10K once a week would be good for me, and I could maintain that and feel good about it. But as far as the half marathon, my average pace for the entire thing was 12 minutes 7 seconds a mile, which is fine. We don't need to be fully fast. We don't need to be the fastest one out there. I'm just trying to be faster than I was last time. And I was. In my opinion of the race, I won. Even though out of the 125 participants of the half marathon, I came in at 122. But I still feel like I've won. I feel good about the fact that I was faster than last year. I am okay with the fact that I did have to stop to walk, but it makes sense that I had to stop to walk. I'm surprised I made it as far as I did before I stopped to walk. Like that is crazy. That is absolute mayhem that I made it that far. I was just going low and slow, and the thing is with the race, like while it obviously is hurting, you're propelling yourself for a consistent pace, you're in your head. Like I took my headphones out for the last 4 miles because I just wanted to like exist in that moment. But overall it felt good. It was enjoyable. It was a good run, which I'm so glad that it ended up feeling good, because I have felt like such garbage for 3 weeks now. So to be able to feel like shit for 3 weeks and then still being able to go out and complete a half marathon and be faster than last year, which also last year I was fighting a whole bunch of other ailments as well. I had a knee injury, I had hurt my ankle, I had fallen down, I had gotten sick like that week before. Like I was also going through it. So clearly I need to start doing half marathons not on the first week of September, because I fall apart at the end of August for the last 2 years consistently. And because I was bringing up like the rear of this run, like I'm not focusing on who's passing me, who I'm passing, who am I ahead of, like any of that stuff. Like that is not important to me with these runs, and I'm very good at being able to just focus on me and what I am doing and not worry about what everybody else is doing. But one of the people who does the, like, moderates the race, he comes through and he like pace cars the last person of the race. Last year he was on a bike. This year his bike was on a bike rack strapped to the back of his car, and he's like slowing down to see where everyone is. And so he had driven up beside me and to check on all of us last runners coming in. And he was like, "Hey, how's it going?" I was like, "Going good." Like I'm running at this point between miles 11 and 12. Like I had just had my little walking stint, so now I'm back to running, and this is when he had approached me. Like at this point I was like, "Yeah, feeling great, good." And he was like, "Okay, actually, you're looking pretty strong." And I'm like, "Thank you, I'm just slow." Like that's just it. Like I'm feeling fine. Like I was not like losing my posture. I spend a lot of my runs, especially my long runs, especially this run, like checking in with my posture. Like, am I sinking down into my neck, or I'm like, okay, long, beautiful neck, just be nice and long. Okay, let's be in our legs, drive our knees forward, you know, sit into these hills and like climb up these hills, and being very mindful of my form while I'm running, which is why like a lot of the pain I'm feeling right now isn't like injury pain. It feels like I've done so many back squats. Like it feels like I did leg day yesterday, but my issue is my knees, and I'm wondering if it was just because they're not trained up, so all of the muscles around are not trained to support my knees. I'm getting older. This is just what's gonna happen with knees. I used to catch for softball in high school and college, so like my knees are already kind of shot. Like I didn't give my adulthood a good start when it came to having good knees. But sometimes I think like when you start losing your form a little bit, when you start coming down these hills, you kind of hit a little bit harder than you should, and I wonder if that has more to do with why my knees might hurt. But yeah, they're kind of stabbing pains when I'm going up and down the stairs, especially my left knee. My left knee is not happy. They both ache, but my left knee has more sharp pains when I'm using it. So I feel like going down the stairs like 1 foot at a time, like trying not to bend my left knee as much as possible. But we'll get out the massage gun. I think maybe I should do that now. The massage gun for my legs and just all the muscles around my knees, and then do the knee bits, I think will be good for the recovery portion of the run. But overall, I can't believe that it went as well as it did based on the month prior. I don't know how I did that. It was in here the whole time. This, I hate it. Also, this is still how I'm going downstairs. My legs, you feel like lead. Feel awful. Oh my gosh. Like my quads and stuff. It just feels like I overlifted. But what's really driving me up a wall is like, look how red my nose is from blowing at. It will not stop just dripping. And of course my eyes have been itchy again today and last night, so yay. But I wanted to show you something that I am going to start working on, and that is the fact that I have always wanted that iconic granny square quilt that was on the back of the couch in the show Roseanne. I think last year I just started making like random granny squares. Like I feel very in the zone when I can just crank out a granny square. Like there's not a lot of thinking. I don't really know how to read a crochet pattern anyway, but this I can just bring right out of my brain. So I made another one the other day, but what I really want is that iconic black border around all of it. But I have like 12 of these granny squares that I had started making out of scrap yarn. So I was of two minds. Do I just send it like this and just make a big granny square quilt that just has, you know, these all together without the black border, or maybe just use like a thin strip of black to connect them all. I messaged my friend Jessie, who also crochets, to kind of get her opinion on it. She had suggested that maybe you just do a row of black on an existing one and see how I feel about it, which I think is definitely doable when it comes to like ones like this. But what I think I might do is give it a try, do a couple of these or one of them with a row of black and see how I feel. But what I might do is just start making new squares, because I have so much leftover yarn. Like, I'm not gonna go out and buy yarn for this project other than the black, because that is the important feature to me for this blanket. So this one is still like looped. So I want to do 5 rows and then the last row be black, so I can just frog this last row, do it in black and see how I feel, and then just make a bunch of new blocks in the style that I want. Because if I make a project with like these blocks like this and I connect them, and like, yeah, it'll be fine and it'll be cute, but it's not going to be the look and the effect that I am going for. And I think because of that, I won't be excited about it. I won't finish it. It was what like Jessie had mentioned. She was like, if you do it the way you want it, like really want it in your head, you're more likely to finish it, which is like, I would love to finish a big project. So I might head to Martin's, which is a liquidation store, and see what they have for yarn and get some black yarn and start actually cranking out some granny squares, which will be super exciting. Also, there is like a thing at the library where they have like fiber art, like it's called like threads and tails. So you go to the library and you bring your little fiber art and you can just like sit in a little crafting circle. And I've never been, and I think I might go today if I can swing it time-wise, because I meet at 5 and it's like almost 2 o'clock right now. So why don't we go to Martin's now? My mom has the kids. She came down today because she's going on a big trip next week, so she'll be gone for a couple weeks. So she came down today, took Poppy for the day, and is picking Owen up from school in 30 minutes. So I don't need to do anything today. I've had like so much free time. I'm so thankful for a full day like getting some stuff done. Like, I went and I recorded a book video, which I'm super excited about. I've got like this new idea for book video formats, and it's still in its very early stages, so we've got a lot of kinks to work out, but I'm very excited about it. So I will link that in case you are interested to hear more in depth about my books and what I'm reading, because I don't really talk too in depth on here. But let's go, stop talking, let's go. That outing was not as fruitful as I would have hoped. They did not have like any black yarn that I would want to use, but I did find 3 little fat quarters of Halloween fabric, patterns that I don't have, so I can add onto our Halloween chain, because I would really like to have a chain that is 31 days long, and we are still short. So 3 new chains, so we will make that sometime before the end of the month. And now I've got to really bite the bullet and just go to Walmart and just look for the specific yarn that I am looking for. In there I saw a woman who looked like she must have been training on the register in Martin's, but I recognized her from working at Joann's. R.I.P. Joann's. Mine is now a Spirit Halloween. I have rammed this bag full of yarn. I don't know what's gonna actually be usable or not. We're gonna try, whatever. This thing goes for an hour and a half. I don't know if I'll be here for the full hour and a half. It usually takes a lot of talking myself into actually going to something like this, where it's like strangers and I don't know how it kind of like goes or who's there or anything like that. But I love this library. I come to this library all the time and I feel very comfortable in the space already, so I think that that is really helping. And I just need more me stuff, like me time, but in a third space, so I can feel like I'm a better person. And then it's nice to be able to know that every week there's like a built-in time where I can go to do these things, So if during the week I'm trying to do them and the kids are talking to me or interrupting me, I know that I will get that time later, so it's not as frustrating. Home now. That was such a good time, and I am not ever going to be recording while I'm there because I'm experiencing a third space. And while the internet can kind of be, like, this stuff can kind of be a placeholder for third places and community stuff, like a crafting circle or a book club or a workout class, like all of that, this can be a nice placeholder if you have difficulty with access to third spaces, but it really cannot replace the real thing. I did not know a single person there. It was very quiet, it was very chill. I just did my thing, and the hour and a half zoomed by. I can't believe how fast it actually went, and I'm really looking forward to doing it more. I'm like so excited. Let me show you what I did. So I did decide to start taking blocks apart so I can make this. How fun. I made this one fully from scratch, and then some of these variegated yarns I decided to leave the variegated as the middle bit and just make a few of them that are like this, but most of them are going to be a different color for every layer and then bordered with black, and then they'll be like this all together, and then it'll be giant. I hope that you enjoyed this video. What a mix. There will be more of this to come for sure, so make sure you're popping in and out to see the progress on this stuff. I am going to be figuring out what my workout journey is from here. I might be trying to do a 10K next month, so we'll see. Stick around. I'm planning to do Vlogtober, and we're gonna be doing some fall stuff this September in the meantime. So I hope that you're having fun, hope that you're hanging out, and I'm glad that you're here, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.